Okay, so the next set of videos we're going to put out are all the basics. So the first basic I want to go over is stances. The first stance that we're going to work on are the stances for yellow, orange, and purple belt. So that is a ready stance, attention stance, and a fighting stance, either left or right. So let's talk about the attention stance first, since that's the first stance that they're going to learn. Attention stance basically occurs when your feet are together and your hands are at your side, your knees are slightly bent. This is attention. All it's meant for are to have the child stand there just waiting for a command. Okay, so again, attention stance, when they practice this, their feet are together, their hands are at their side, their knees are bent slightly, and they're just waiting for the next command. The next stance is a ready stance. The way that we do a ready stance is a child will start in attention, their left foot will step out, and their hands will come behind their back with their knees bent, still just waiting for the next command. Those are two very easy stances. So when your child practices, those are the first two stances that they're going to practice. The third stance gets a little bit more tough. That's your fighting stance. There are two types of fighting stances, a right and a left fighting stance. When I say a fighting stance, if I say a left fighting stance, I mean your left foot is in front. A right fighting stance, your right foot is in front. Here's what I mean. In a fighting stance, we would start in attention. Our right foot, if I'm in a left fighting stance, our right foot will step back, meaning our left foot is the closest to our opponent, so it's a left fighting stance. Now, what we want to make sure, if the child has, when you look at your kitchen, if it has tiles, if we can actually use a line of the tile, then they can practice what's called heel-toe alignment. The front toe to the back heel, and I'll show that to you in a minute. But let's go over what's going on with the feet again. So left fighting stance means my right foot steps back, my knees are bent, my back is straight, my hands are up and they're in front of myself. A lot of the times kids have a tendency to go like this. I want to make sure their hands are in front of them so they're closer to the opponent, meaning they can strike the opponent a lot quicker versus having their hands back here. So again, their knees are bent, their hands are in front of themselves, their toes are pointed to the corner of the room. So their hands are up, knees are bent, back is straight. So this is a left fighting stance because my left foot is in front. The opposite would be a right fighting stance, which means my right foot is in front, my left foot is in back, it's further from the opponent. My knees are bent, my back is straight, my hands are up, and we're here. Now, here's what I mean by heel-toe alignment. If I have a line here, I'm going to make sure if I'm in a left fighting stance, my left big toe is on the left side of this line. My right heel is on the opposite side of the line, and my feet are spread. Normally, I'll tell the children to have your feet spread apart so that it's shoulder width, meaning both feet are in line with your shoulders. So again, I would step back. If I'm in a left fighting stance, I would make sure my left foot is on the left side of my line, my right foot is on my right side of my line, toes are pointing to the corner of the room, knees are bent, back is straight, butt's tucked. So I don't want to have your rear protruding like this. Your rear is in, it's tucked. Hands are up and you're facing forward. This would be a left, the opposite would be a right. So now my right front foot is on the right side of the line. My left heel is on the opposite side of the line. I go to this corner of the room now. Hands are up, knees are bent, and I'm ready to rock and roll. So that will be a left fighting stance, a right fighting stance, attention stance, as well as a ready stance. So let's review them again. Attention stance occurs when my feet are together, knees are slightly bent, my hands are at my side, I'm waiting. A ready stance, my feet would spread slightly, my hands are at my back, my knees are bent. Again, I'm just waiting. A fighting stance, if my left foot is in front, it's a left fighting stance. My knees are bent, butt's tucked, toes to the corner of the room, back is straight, hands are up in front of myself, and I'm looking forward. If I tell the children to jump switch, they jump up in the air slightly, so nobody should be going like this. They jump up in the air slightly, and they switch their feet. Now their right foot again is on the right side of my line. My left heel is on the opposite side of my line. My knees are bent, butt's tucked, back straight, toes to the corner of the room, hands in front. These are the first 3 stances for yellow, orange, and purple belt. I'll see you guys later.